Yeah, so my YouTube, I didn't put a recording on, so it was just like when I had to fix it up. So again, I say I want to welcome all of you. Those of you that are watching via YouTube, you can actually subscribe to my channel. And those of you that are watching via Facebook, hey, welcome Derek P. Jala. Thank you. Yes, you asking me about us doing politics today. Yes, we are politicking. So I know Labrampo like politics. So we are doing politics. But if anybody that is coming on and you want to get recognition from me, learn to actually come out. Because if you just tap, and when I see you, I will recognize you. But if you are behind closed door, that means you don't want me to recognize you. I won't recognize you. But I want to say, Derek, for being the first person coming online to watch, we are going to give you the VIP because we're doing first come, first serve services today. Sorry, it's kind of cold in America. It's snow like crazy. On Monday night, Tuesday, get through empty that way. Thank you for coming on. All right. I really appreciate you. Like anybody you show your face here today, I will recognize you. Yeah. Wallace, Johnny Long, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. We got to give you a recognition. So, like I said, share the video, like and follow on YouTube. Try to subscribe. I'm doing simultaneous live. So the three of you that just show your face, I will have to give you the front row. Because all the dignitaries that come in today, we have to give them and usher them in according to the first come, first serve services. So you are the few ones that are showing face. So I want to say, Derek P. Jala, get through MT Dagbe. How are Newman? How are you? You see, all my people then they're showing their faces today. Thank you so much. Get through MT Dagbe. Wallace Johnny Long. I'm sorry. It's an African here. I'm sorry. Then Oniki Hawa Newman. She is one of my anniversary followers. So again, I'm politicking. No biblical platform today. I'm off, so I'll take this time to actually do politics. Hey, Payson, aka Felicia. Actually known as Felicia from Iowa, Des Moines. Welcome. And thanks for coming on. You can share and like and follow. So the last time I did a podcast on the incident that took place at the Capitol building. When they sent me the photo, excuse me, just to let you know, it's a hot tea. Labrapo, you can my own business. When they kind of copy here, let me step down small. They will say, oh, the men preaching politics, that thing that in a corner, put it in the way, like a business. Whether I put it in the way, whatever I business, but I'm drinking tea. And they will say the men drinking drink. I am a minister, right? Emmanuel Adio. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, all of you. Emmanuel Adio. Thank you. So when they sent me the video, I was furious. I was angry in my spirit. And you know, we are all stakeholders. If you in Liberia, you are playing games with our country simply because of politics, and you are taking politics over our country, definitely those of us that have the podcast, we will make it our duty to speak out. Because that which that took place over to the executive mansion, it was a complete nonsense. I can say that. It was stupidity at the highest. I can tell you that. Do you know how much money that they pump into that Capitol building? Those bricks that you're looking at, you can't find those bricks there. Those been there for almost 60 years, and you coming to come because of politics and coming to set it ablaze. That's why I said those people that did it, that we're going to go to the bottom of the investigation, right? Hey, Tajan, come on. Welcome to my podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Share and like. And those are all like a Shamo, like any podcast, will speak. Because, Liberia is built on a Christian principle. And somebody will say, you always talk about Congo poor. I don't believe in tribalistic tendency. I will say it again. Right? People that Mac the Shoe, people that Frank Tubber, people that Richard Henry, when they were when they are in section, right? When they are in section, right? Hey, Prince Doe, don't call me right now. I'm going live. I don't want anybody calling me if I'm going live. So, Prince, I'm going to call you back later on, okay? When you're going live, they won't call you, but by the time they see you going live, they don't want to call you. And I hate when people do that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that do not disturb so that all the call will be bouncing back. But if you're watching me right here, right now, please don't call me. Thank you. So, imagine people that Richard Henry then. I will keep it simple, right? People that Mac the Shoe then, right? The insertion, Frank Tupper then, the insertion, for them to behave as an animal, the way those guys behaving, I will be raw and I will be candid, and I'm not going to make my war. I don't care what nobody say. It's my platform. I can say what I want, how I want it, and who I want to talk to. I will call names. This is stupidity at the higher level. This is like who you can listen. This is barbarian. Liberia is like a gangster paradise. You can't take your stupid politics and take your anger, transfer of aggression on the Welland Arrow Tubber joint chimo that was in when you're having your meeting. Oh yeah, if Funati Kofa don't want me to become the speaker and he's standing in my way, yeah, I will make sure we set our capital building on fire. Who does that? It's stupidity at the higher level. Do you know how many international community are watching us? In the first place, as we're talking right here, right now, I will keep it simple. The American, what they call the MCC, Millennium Challenge, right? If you are actually doing good, they keep an eye on you. If you are not doing any corruption, any kind of extrajudicial killing, and you are doing the right thing, they give you $500 million. Liberians tend to benefit from that. And because of politics, you're doing that. Let me tell you, somebody asked Mr. Wratto, what is your take? Why do you think they are doing this of Funati Kofa? I said, I am not a big fan of Funati Kofa. I can tell you. I don't know him personally. The only time I met him when they came to Atlanta City here, I took a picture with him and I was able to talk to him. That was the only time. Elsie Dishu, how are you? Welcome to my podcast. But I am not a fan of him, but those guys that behave the way they behave. I said that particular fire, it was not jet fire that was called by short circuit, Victoria City. How are you? It was an arson. Somebody did it deliberately and set it on fire. They pay people. And I said, we're going to go to the bottom of this investigation. The Liberian National Fire Service and the Liberian National Police, the NSA, Happy New Year, Sita, how are you? They all going to sit and go to the bottom of this fire that took place. And those people that are responsible for that animalistic behavior, nonsense, they must be identified. Thank you, Gregory Koma. I appreciate you. You're my little brother, but I want to say, you are brilliant. You and the fire chief, in collaboration with the police and the NSA, all the security apparatus, they must put together and go to the bottom. If any big name, Safoko, Funati Kofa, or Kun, anybody who sent people to do what they did, trust me, let them face the due process of the law. Liberia is not a gangster paradise where anybody would just come up and do anything and they get away with it. Dara Blair, how are you? Ben Menya, how are you? Thank you for coming. As you come and share the video, right? And then he said, I will tell you the reason, I will give you my reason why those guys are fighting Funati Kofa to get out so they can actually put somebody there who knows they will pull. Nonsense, right? The executive, they are there. Omen Joe Bakai and the other rest of the people, they are there. Guys, stop doing what you're doing. You need 49 signatures in order to remove this guy. So while you are actually dividing, the house into two, because of politics, he got the power to say that. That's the balance of power. Then on the other hand, the judiciary, that is the The lawmakers, not the lawmakers, sorry, the judiciary. Come on, somebody help me. Where am I going? So like it's funny. You know, the Supreme Court, that's what I meant to say. The Supreme Court, the judiciary branch, right? They have the power to say, look, we're interpreting it. You know, it is your own constitution that says that you have to have 49 in order to remove if you don't like the man. You are saying it's conflict of interest because the man, you know, lack of leadership ability. Why are you taking your anger on the poor belly? Let's assume that you're having your electing going around. But why are you taking your anger on the poor belly that has nothing to do with you guys, you know, politics and stability? Why? It's a transfer of aggression. That's where you go to get your daily bread. And why are you doing that? Hey, Ben Menye, how you doing? Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Right? Now, when you guys who are the Supreme Court should say what you said, all activities cease. Mr. Kuhn, with all due, you know, respect, you are a lawmaker, but the law is the law. And we're going to tell you, all activities from the majority black ceased until you can affix 49 signatures. You are not going to get the whole divided. And the executive sitting down over there and they're watching that. You're supposed to call for an emergency meeting. Joe Brackay and the VP call for an emergency meeting. Guys, you guys are holding the country hostage. What happened in the Capitol building is barbarian. It is animalistic. And I think you guys are behaving like hooligans. Stop doing what you're doing until you can get for the next signature. Let Funati Kofa stays there. If not, I will go through the Supreme Court and people that are actually being kind of bald-headed and being hard-headed so they can suspend them pending investigation. That's what I would do. But again, there's a reason behind them kicking Funati Kofa out. Yes, I can tell you this. There is a reason why they want to kick Funati Kofa out. And when you ask me politically speaking, as an analyst, James Wratto Jr., political analyst, I'm going to give it to you. I'll be raw. I'll be candid. And I don't care what nobody say. I will say it. Number one. Funati said, in the history of Liberia, there had never been any audit in the House. And so as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, I want you people to come and audit us. But the guys in the House, they know what they are doing. When it comes to corruption, they are number one in the House. I can tell you. Yes. Those guys in the House, they are, when they say corruption, they are number one. So for nothing said, look, man, I got nothing personal against anybody. I just want us to have an audit, you know, in the, oh my God. They bought from America. When you come here, you want to expose her now. We make him speaker on the basis of his experience and education, and he coming to come make her to be exposed. We're not going to let that happen. That's one of the reasons, because the man is saying that the horse should be audited, and they don't want that happening. That's one reason. The second reason, I will tell you, I'll be candid. I don't care what nobody say. But that does not make you, that does not give you the right to actually vent your anger on the building that hosting you, where you get your daily bread on the regular basis, and you are setting the joint chima, William Arrow Jr. joint chima ablaze. Right? The second one, I don't care what nobody say. That's just a fact. I am an analyst. I will give it to you raw this morning. Share the video. Right? Share the video. But anyway, me, I don't believe in too many numerical, you know, strength when people watching me. Plenty of people watching me. That's okay. People will do the aftermath. Right? The aftermath. Okay. So, the second thing, as an analyst, politically, I will tell you right here, right now. I don't care what nobody says. Right? I will say it raw as is. Do I know Funati Kofa personally? No, I don't know him. I met him here last Sunday when they were invited to come for Yola stuff here. And, you know, I shook hands with him. I asked him a couple of questions. That was it. I don't know him. I'm not a fan of him. I'm not, you know, a fan of people living from here going and try to, you know, work and put money in their pocket, me, myself, and I. But let call spade a spade. Why is it that the executive now, they are remaining mute? They don't want to talk. Why is it that the judiciary are, kind of like playing game? Why is it that the legislative branch, they want to move him? Do you know the reason why? 2029 is coming. If you serve as a speaker, the chances of your popularity, to actually serve as the next president, to actually put your hat in the ring as the next president, your popularity, your education, your position play a vital role. In other words, Funati Kofa being the speaker and try to audit the house. When anything come out, you'll say, oh yeah, Funati is doing a very good job, and he has the, you will be like somebody who will be challenging. You will be a threat to 2029 election. And the VP, the president, and other people don't want that happening because Funati Kofa is a lawyer. And Funati Kofa is a speaker. And Funati Kofa want the right thing to be done in the house. So when the popularity, he will become a political heavyweight. So when that happens, he stand a chance for people to gravitate towards him when it comes to 2029 presidential elections. And that's why the people in the executive, they don't want him to actually succeed, and that's why they want to kick him out. And they are doing everything in their power to kick him out. But hey, politically speaking, if you want to do that, do it according to the law. The law is the law. Yes. The law is the law. So you are afraid, you are insecure because Funati Kofa might likely be the political heavyweight with popularity come 2029. Hey, yeah, Derek P. Jada. Right? Oh, Derek, that's a fact. Maybe you are sedition, or maybe, wait, for me, I speak whenever I want to, how I want. When in Liberia, when you speak truth to power, people will look at you, but I don't really care. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I want to say this. That is the reason why. Come on, guys, we've been in the house here. In the history of Liberia, the house hasn't been audited. Let's audit the house and see all of these, corrupt practices that have been going on. Right? And they don't want that happening. That's why. And two, they feel that a man is a political heavyweight. And that's why they try to block him. Now, the house, as we're speaking, is still divided. The so-called majority black, right? Mr. Kun and their group, they got less than 49 signatures. And Funati said, look, guys, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still the elected, legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives. Until you can actually get the 49 signatures in order to remove me through the due process of law, I am still serving as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So it is divided as we're speaking right now. Right? So why you got playing game with our country? My direction, how you doing? Mike Dennis, aka Mike Dennis. How you doing? Why you got playing game with our country? Right? Now, I want to be a little bit political because Omen Joe Braga served for 40 years in government. And he served for 12 years as a VP. Right? He said, as a VP, I'm a parked car in the garage. I got no power. And that, I believe you, because William Aratowo Jr. served as a VP for, I think, for how many years on October? On a Tottenham. And when he became president, he made a difference. But the point I'm making here is, you have the experience. And we know that you can take that country to the next level. But I'm saying the reason why I am not trying to be more political right here, right now, is because you are going through learning process. The first 1 year, we're going to give it to y'all as a learning process. But in That 1 year period, open your eyes for corruption. Open your eyes for those that are behaving like animals, those that are corrupting the system, those that are only putting politics over the country. Because the MCC, the Millennium Challenge, they are keeping eyes on you, Liberians, and you are the head of the government. If anything happens right here, right now, your name will be on the top. Like Opon, there are a lot of things that were happening in Opon government. He knows about all of them, but he, because being the president, everything was on him. Abraham, kind of how you doing? Pressure, but how you doing? And so, my thing is, when Gregory Coma, hey, Stephen Gaia, how you doing? Gaia, how you doing? Stephen Gaia, whatever, I'm sorry, an African name, but thank you for watching. I appreciate you. All of you that are coming to show your face and tapping, I will recognize you, and I will say Happy New Year to all of you. Yes. You see, the capital building is there to host you. So, Gregory Coma, I don't care what nobody say. He's a brilliant young guy, and he's doing the work. So, the last time I said we got to go to the bottom of this investigation. The joint security should actually do an investigation. On the day of the fire, they arrested some people. And some of them were there as an undercover security personnel who were behaving like they are people who were actually doing peaceful demonstration or march. And they had to release them. But later on, they got evidence. They got strong evidence that tie people. Strong evidence that tie people. The fire service, because that black smoke that was coming up, it's like somebody put a gas and then lit it, and they came out, and they even found a continue on the spot. There were evidence. There are evidence, substantial evidence, and people that did it. Gregory Coleman said, let me tell you, you feel that Liberia is a country where you will just, misbehave like an animal, where there are no rules of law, except I am not the IG, the Inspector General of the police. That's the only way those that did what they did, that's the only way they will get away. But we got strong evidence that tied the people that did it, and we are going to go after them. And he said, I gave you an ultimatum. You either turn yourself in when we call your name, and if you refuse to go or refuse to go, we are going to order your arrest, and we will tactically arrest you. Under my watch, I will do the best I can to make sure that law and order are restored in this country. I said, thank you. That's what we're talking about. It's a learning process that you are going through. But make sure as the cop, civilian official protector, and the IG, anybody whose name is tied to that Capitol building be set ablaze, let them face the full weight of the law. Yeah, I'm saying this, brother. That is my platform. I can say what I want to, how I want to, and I'm giving the woman a year and a year before I will start. It's a learning process. I give Open 3 years. On the 4th one, before I started, being critical on him. So all my late bazooka then, let me keep it down. Mr. Guy, Mr. Stevie, all my late bazooka then that I got, political bazooka. I'm just facing the small. When the time reaches, then I will start launching at them like I did to Opon. Right? So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. We shouldn't politicize everything. Right? We were the one that took the bullet and spoke for the woman to come to power. But it's only 1 year. Opon got 6 solid years. Opon, when he was in power, before he started doing what he's doing, before we start putting work on him, it took 3 solid years. They went and make it full and say, enough is enough. They may not take you nowhere. So with Omen Joe Biden coming to power, I am not, a partisan of UP, but I am an advocate for Liberia. And even during the 1 year period that, we still keeping eyes on him. If anything happened in Liberia, I was speaking. And so, but thank you. Thank you for your wedding call. So it's interactive. I'm not bringing nobody on right now. But I just want to give my clear view. So, Cracker Coma, I want to say not only the fire arson that went on, right? The arson that went on at the Capitol, but not only that, but one of the things that I want you to actually keep close eyes on as an IG who is trained, right, to do the job, to know, let people know that there is a rules of law in Liberia, and you guys should keep it so that people can feel like, okay, it's secure to go back home. Because of insecurity, people are afraid. Number two, what I want you to do, beside that particular investigation that is going on, I want you, the armed robbery, try to get your men deployed all over to curtail. Number three, as an IG, what I also want you to do is to make sure that the mob justice got shot. The last time I was watching, I was fever, I was angry in my spirit. A young man stole a bike. Oh my God, stealing a bike, you're taking a human life. Are you taking a bike over a human life? The young man stole the bike. Is it a good thing for somebody to steal any other person's property? No. But for you to behave like rebel and taking the law in your own hands, I thought it is a rebel behavior. They mock the young man by hitting him with rod repeatedly. And people are watching and taping it. And nobody says nothing. I thought it sent a bad signal on our country. Right? We all are stakeholders. Yes. I'm a stakeholder. You are a stakeholder. Idepe, how you doing today? Thank you, Mother Idepe, watching. Thank you. But we can't sit there for people to take the law in their own hands. These lawmakers run the Capitol building and they are stealing big money. The last time, in order to actually secure for the non-signature, they have to bribe people to actually, sign. That is criminal. You can go after them because they're in power. So you can go after, but you can actually march peacefully to tell them that you guys are playing game with our country. So anybody stole a cell phone or steal a cell phone in Liberia and you are beating the person to death, I think it's bad. IG, you need to actually train more police officers across the length and breadth of Liberia to secure. Because after the war, most of the boys they got rocks in their heads. I can tell you. Oh yeah, it's after the war, most of the boys that held gun, they got rocks in their head. That rebel mentality. Human being killing is nothing to them. Why would you kill somebody because of a bike? Really? But IG doing a fine job. Yes. And the one thing I want to say again, to all my followers and Liberians, this year, the particular year, Liberia will go back on track. Going forward, this year is the beginning. Liberia will go back on track. Look, let me tell you, Liberia will be like a safe haven where people will want to go to again. It will take time. It's a process. And during the process, it's a learning process. I can tell you this. Yes, but at the same time too, if the government is not doing what we expect them to do, and anything of sentimental issue, we will speak like I'm speaking right now. You are a stakeholder. We all are stakeholder. Do you know how many Liberians that want to go back home and that got project back home? There are a lot of them. But because of insecurity, because of injustices, because of extrajudicial killing, and because of people behaving like a hooligan, people behaving like animals, people are afraid to go back home. What guarantee do you have as a security or the government that when somebody leave from here, live and work and have a project, like one of the guys left from here from Minnesota, he went back home and he got killed. Up to this time, we don't know the cause of death. Right? So those are things that people say afraid of. But there are a lot of Liberians who are technocrats, who are entrepreneurs, who are brilliant, and who are willing to go back home to help. But when those things are happening and the government is not putting their feet down to speak and being able to protect them, they will not want to go back home. That's the fight. Yes, we got houses over there. We want to go back home, we get retired. But we don't want to stay here forever. Do you know how many Liberians that fled the war? There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of them that want to go back home. But when those things are happening, people get afraid. So, like I said, I'm keeping an equal eyes on the government as an advocate, as a political commentator. I want to advise you. Any corrupt official within your government, if you find out, make sure they are investigated. If found guilty, placed behind bars. And the next thing that I want you to do, in order to make that government solid, be like Tobo. Everybody get their own leadership ability, but Tobo was one of the best. I don't care what nobody say. They murdered Tobo in cold blood because of what? Destructive jealousy. Yes. Number one, I want you to do cabinet reshuffle every year. Evaluate those ones that are going in. Hey, Stephen Davis, how you doing? Sia Quelly, how you doing? Roland Park Poker, how you doing? Pogba, how you doing? Welcome to my podcast. Those ones that are only there for me, myself, and I, they are only there for their pocket. When you appoint them, they turn their back to do the real work, but they only want to actually steal and enrich themselves. Watch them. In time for evaluation, you can do cabinet reshuffle. Take them from finance ministry, you're taking to public work. The public work minister, you're taking to somewhere else. Just shuffle. Because when somebody stay one place for 2 years, right? Then there will be corruption that will be embedded and systemic, and you can't even know when they are actually stealing. And that's why Toba used to either do cabinet reshuffle every 2 years or every year. And if you are somebody who is not doing the job, they will take you out and put somebody who is qualified. That's what you need to do. I told Opon over and over when he was serving, do cabinet reshuffle. He never did that. Steve David, Johnson G. Tembo, welcome. Anybody that come here to the show, I will give recommendation. Yes. Look, let me tell you. Our country has the resources. I can tell you. Our country has the resources. But it needs somebody who will put their feet down for us to utilize the resources to do, to achieve the developmental agenda of our country. People come here to get education, master degree, and thinking that whatever they learn here, they will take it back home so they can utilize it and give back to the people that wish to give them. But they don't do it. When they get an education, they go back home. When they get higher in the government, they just find an avenue to steal and siphon the country money. And this is a continual process. It needs to be curtailed because corruption in Liberia is systemic. If you get your higher education out of the country, go back home, hell, whatever you learn here in America, there's a system here. Corruption here, but when you are caught, you're going away forever. Oh yeah. That's what we need to do. But people will come from here, get an education, only to go and steal. And this is very sad. And I want to say congratulations to Gregory Coleman for that investigation of the fire that took place, the incident that took place in December. It was an Austin. Yes, Austin, rather. Arson, Austin. Yes. Somebody did it. All right. My boy people, you said I'm going to play small. My old man and say I must speak some elaborate English to them. Even though I'm speaking elaborate English, but I try to speak a standard English so that they can understand those that are watching from other places. And those of you that are watching me from other places, my name is James Wratto Jr. I'm trying to speak our pidgin English because predominantly people that watch me, they are both of them are Liberian from home and abroad. And so that's the reason why I'm trying to flip from the standard English to the pidgin English. So I'm sorry, I'm going to step down a little bit and be able to speak for the old man then that can actually, speak the jargon. So please, if you're watching me, just give me a minute or two. I'm going to go down. I'm going to step down a little bit. My old man then, that fire that took place to the Capitol building the last time, they're not for nothing. Somebody did it. The police director said the person that did it, we know them, and we want to actually go down to the investigation. And those people that did it, when the intent are set in, we will catch them one by one. Then he said, let me tell you, the IG, the Inspector General, the President appoint me so that we can keep law, rules, and the law and order in the country here. Where anybody can, they do bad thing, then they get away. He said, except, and I'm serving in the particular government as the Inspector General or Police Chief. That's the only way. We finish investigating, we finish find the person that did the fire. It went out from the electrical shock. It went out something that was caused by electrical, whatever. Somebody did it. And we finished digging, we dug a little bit deeper, and we finished finding that person that did it. But he said, my old man, except I'm not serving here, I will call their names. And when I call their name, when they come, I swear to God, he said, I will go after them. That's why they put me there for. So if you're thinking that the rebel mentality you get, when you do something, then you go make the angle, you put the angle on a building or something else, I will make sure those people that did it, I will call their name. And then when they refuse to come, I will give them, 2 or 3 days or an hour or two. When they come, I will go after them one by one. You're not worried. What the capital building do to them when they do that politics? Then let me step down a little bit. Let me forget. If I were in Liberia, I would say, you're not changing law. What the bookman call addendum. What they call referendum. What they call an amendment in the Constitution. Right? My open are missing the osmos more so that the other people can understand Liberia, so they can understand small. I was going to say, the country, the way it's looking like this. Let us amend the Constitution. The Congo people, they bring their own party. The country people, they bring their own party. They name it. After every 10 years of the president, the two parties will vote. Whoever wins will be in the house. Because the thing here is, they are what indigenous people and who they call country boys then. Right? The way they're behaving, tell the people get right in their head. Because for that Kofa, he said you must get for the national signature before you're moving from there. That's what they both say. They both say you want to move from there because your feet are too powerful. I'll be stepping on somebody's toes in camp 2029. So that way I'm moving from there. I also say because too much stealing in the house here, so let the people come order us. Yeah, let them come order us. They must bring auditors here. Then all the people that who went with barbarity and stealing the whole corruption, they said, no, if we do that, we'll be exposed. And number two, because when you become speaker and you are doing the right thing, then people will gravitate. People will come and say, oh, them men are good men. I think the way you do the thing here, let's make it to be president 2029. That's the reason why they won't move from there. My old man, I just trying to step down a little bit so I can understand elaborate English. But then, if you're doing your politics, then the poor belly, what will you go and get to be corrupting the system? Why do to you? Or why they to you? They are setting on fire. And what Gregory Coleman said, they hear me as an NG, an IG rather, I will go to the battle We already got names. You say, look, I got evidence. I got evidence. People that did it. Two of them, they put together. The Labrador National Fire Service and the Labrador National Police. Two of them put together. They finish finding it. But don't worry. That nonsense that going in that country there. We make sure we nip it in the bud. All right, guys. So, and I'm told that during the inauguration of the Ghanaian president, Joseph Nyima Boakai, when Malis Jala went there, and Johnson G. Tembo, thanks for watching. And during the inauguration ceremonies in Ghana, Mr. Mensah is tend to be corrected as a name. The president, Joseph Nyuma Boakai, and his wife, Atumu, they were invited officially. But then Richard Kuhn also went there and was recognized as an official, I don't know, for Speaker of the House. And also, Funati Kofa went there. Hey, Abate, how are you? But my thing here is, if the president is representing us to go, hey, Darius Greenfield, how you doing? If the president of the Republic of Liberia is actually going to represent us to Ghana, why will other people go over there again? Because every time a president traveling, right? If that president is traveling, he have to get what they call traveling allowances. And those traveling allowances, they are your money. So I stand to be corrected, right? With Funati Kofa being recognized to go as a guest, I don't know if he went on his own personally or he went there as a guest or a Liberian official as a guest from Liberia as an official, because they are using our money, the taxpayer money, in order to travel. So my point I'm making here is, I think it doesn't make any sense for the Richard Kuhn and the Funatin Kofa to go over there. If they are doing it personally on their own, that's a different thing. But if they are going as an official, because you know the deal, if you are traveling from out of the country and you are going to another country, like the event that took place in Ghana the last time, that was yesterday, you get hey, Paul Bien, Pauline Bien, how you doing? You get to get traveling allowances, right? You still got your cigar going on in the house. You haven't yet actually, solved the problem of the speakership, right? And you guys are doing it. It's that because, okay, we got to go travel to America, got to go travel to Ghana, and there will be, a traveling allowances. And that big money they can give them too when they go in for those, the outside trip. So I think the people are playing games with our country. And I'm told that the MCC, the Millennium Challenge, where if the government is doing good and the American government will give them $500 million. I'm told that Homer Joe Barker administration will be eligible to get that amount. Before, Johnson Sirleaf was among those that won the MCC during her tenure. And the point I'm making here is, while that money was given to her, instead of building a new dam in order to actually make electricity stable, she renovated the dam that was built in the 60s. and the rest of the money they squander it. So my point I'm making, if the MCC Millennium Challenge that is about, to be won by Liberian government, let them use it wisely to actually, make sure they build a new dam. Because the old one that is actually in operation, it is not powerful enough. The generating capacity is low to pump, to air. Pastor Abraham T, how you doing? Welcome to my podcast. So when that money comes, let them build a new dam so that it will be able to actually, get the power generating capacity across the entire nation, right? Because electricity is one of the main security factors in our country. So if that amount is given to the president or the government, I would suggest they use it to build a new dam, because the old ones the old one they got is old, so it don't have that generating capacity. When the water go down and the power go down. If at the rainy season, then the power goes up, right? So because of the low generating capacity, if dollar market is on, then they will shut down Pineville. If Pineville is on, they will shut down UN Drive. So it's the fluctuating, because it don't have that generating capacity to do all at the same time. And you know electricity is important. So my advice to you, I know you are targeting roads, but please make sure electricity, good running water, public toilet, infrastructure, and the teachers that are taking their time to educate those children, make sure they get a good pay raise. The security personnel that are trying to actually protect our people, let them get a good pay raise. And that way, the proliferation of ghetto and the proliferation of armed robberies going on in the country, when the security are paid properly, they will be able to make the checkpoint, and all those drugs that are coming in to be Liberia as a transit point, they will not be able to actually cross them because they are being paid. But if they are unpaid, then of course we got a problem. And that's why the same thing goes to the teachers. If the teachers are unpaid, they will actually go after the young girls to have sex with them for grade. And they will actually, because of poverty and unpaid, they will actually request for money, and the education system will be bad. So I am just recommending to the government, right, to do the right thing. Because just imagine back those days, Liberia was like a safe haven that everybody want to go to. I was a little younger in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 70s, right? We talk about that, right? People come from Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Guinea, you name it, Ghana, all over. They will go to Liberia to see greener pasture. Because why? Liberia was like a safe haven. Can we do the same thing again to put the country back on track? Even though we devastated our country with a war that took so many lives, destroyed property and lives. Can we go back on track? Yes. But how can we do that? We need people that will be committed. We need people that will actually be able to actually fight corruption. We need people that will be honest with the country. And it starts with the president. If the president actually do the right thing, the rest of the people that are working with him will do the right thing. But if the president is not doing the right thing, the people that follow him will actually go the wrong way. And until Liberia can go back on track, we need a president that will actually put his feet down and fight corruption. Even though the last time the president said that the incident that took place at the Capitol building, it was barbarians, It was hooliganism. It was like a gangster that did that. And it was not just something that was done through electrical, whatever, but it was an arson. And now the security personnel, they dug a little deeper and they found out that it was somebody that set that Capitol building ablaze. So, Mr. President, the bulb is in your coat. I'm not going to be too critical yet until 2 years. And if those things that are happening continue to happen, then of course, I will have no option but to be critical because we are all stakeholders. I spoke with a couple of Liberians off my show, and they said we can follow you. But until we can get our country back to rise again like it used to be, we will actually want you guys to continue speaking because you got the podcasters on the social media platforms, people watch you and your voice are heavy. Continue doing what you're doing until Liberia can go back on track. But back then, we got Air Liberia. Back then, we got electricity and running water on a regular basis. Back then, Etalawion, Jabba, how are you? Jonathan Yao, how are you? Pastor Abraham Tia, how are you? Welcome. So, and now that we are in a new dispensation, the third war, there's no reason why that people living in Liberia will be using outside toilet, taking shower outside. In the civil war, every house should have an indoor bathroom. It's because of poverty. That's why Liberia is what it is. But I want to say to you, God's hands will be on this particular government. What you guys going through right here, right now, is a learning process. But Liberia will rise again. Yes, it will rise again. And it's going to surpass all African countries. Remember, our country was built on Christian principles. Yes, our country was built on Christian principles. And it's going to happen again. So with that being said, all of my followers, I want to say thank you for following. And I want you that are actually watching via YouTube to subscribe. And those of you that are watching via Facebook platform, you can follow, you can like, and you can share. My name is James Wratto Jr., and I will keep my eyes open. Any issue of sentimental concern in our country, I will add my voice using my platform. We will add our voices using our platforms. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I love you. I'm James Wratto Jr. from Atlanta City. If you never had a chance to actually watch me right here, right now, I'm going to do the after post and you will have the chance to watch it. Thank you, people that are watching via YouTube. Thank you, people that are watching via Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger. I want to say I love all of you. We will continue to speak truth to power until our country goes back on track. Until the country goes back on track. Thank you. Have a great day. I love you all. I'm Minister James Wratto Jr. from Atlanta City, New Jersey. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you.